how much you give, you don't feel any tiredness. For instance, if you ask some of the boys who do Matam, and you will see when you come to the night of the 8th of Rabiul Awwal, when it's the Shahadat Imam Askari, when you come to that night and you say to them, this is now Matam, we're going to be finishing up in half an hour, they plead with you. They say, give us another hour, please. We want to carry on doing Matam. You've been doing Matam for 2 months and 8 days. You're not tired? If they were allowed to, they would carry on all year. Because there is no tiredness with this work. Whereas when we go to earn money, the physical money, even that in itself is a jihad. Earning halal money for your family, for your wife, for your children, that is a jihad in the eyes of Islam. But that has tiredness with it. Yeah. But at the house of Hussein, at the door of Hussein, at the door of Ahlul Bayt, there is no tiredness. You could cry constantly for 1 week. Not for Imam Hussein, but just cry for some other things. After half an hour of crying, not for Imam Hussein, you will get a headache, guaranteed. But for Imam Hussein, you can cry for 2 months and 8 days, yet you feel refreshed. You ask the people who do Zanjir on the day of Ashura. Ask them. When they do Zanjir in the morning or in the afternoon, ask them in the evening, how are you feeling? They will say, very well. They don't feel any pain. Yet, you do something else. You get a headache, you get tired, you hit yourself, someone hits you, you feel the pain straight away, and the pain will last. But because at this door there is no tiredness. There is no tiredness. And again, the actions that we do for Imam Hussein. Like I said last night, the reward for the actions of Imam Hussein is not clear. Because Allah is holding it in surprise for us on the other side. Whereas for everything else, the sawabs are written. For instance, if you go to Hajj, how much the sawab is. The namaz in the month of Ramadan, how much the sawab is. The breathing in the month of Ramadan, how much sawab is. It is all said by the prophets and all that. But for Imam Hussein, it has not been said clearly because no one knows. Even the Imams with their ultimate knowledge, even the Holy Prophet with his ultimate knowledge, does not know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has in store for the Muhibb of Hussein. It is said, to give you a glimpse, it is said in a hadith that on the day of judgment, they will bring someone who has died. They will put his file in the scale. His file, which is full of bad things, will be very heavy. The angels will say, has he got any good deeds? Come and put it on the other side of the scale. They look around in his files, there is nothing there to put. So they say, take him towards the fire. Suddenly, an angel will come. He will bring with him a diamond-looking gem. He will put it on the other side of the scale. Suddenly, all the bad deeds go up. This one diamond will weight everything down. The angels who are taking him to the fire will say, what is this diamond? What is this? That has so weighty. The angel who brings it says to them, I don't know what it is. If you want to know what this is, take it to the Holy Prophet of Islam. He will give you the answer. They take it to the Holy Prophet of Islam. He looks at it and he says, if you want to know what this is, take it to Amir al-Mu'mineen. They bring it to Amir al-Mu'mineen and they say to him, what is this? He says, if you want to know what this is, take it to Hazrat al-Zahra. They take it to Hazrat al-Zahra, they say, what is this? She will look at this and say, if you want to know what it is, take it to Imam Hassan al-Mushta. They bring it to Imam Hassan. Imam Hassan looks at it and he says, no, this is not mine. This belongs to my brother Hussein. They bring it and they give it to Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein looks at it. The angels want to know, what is this? They say, this weighty gem is one drop of tears that you did for me in Muharram. I'll back it up with the hadith. Harun ibn Ma'kuf, in Kamil al-Ziyarat, he narrates this hadith from the 6th Imam. And Imam Sadiq says this, Man zukira indahul Hussein. whoever hears the word Hussein, فَخَرَجَ مِنْ عَيْنَيْهِ مِنَ الدُّمُوعِ, out of his eyes comes a tear. مِقْدَارَ جُنَانِ زُبَاهٍ, the tear has to be the size of the wingspan of a fly. This is Imam s.a.w saying this. كَانَ ثَوَابُهُ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ, the sawab of that tear is with Allah. Now how do you want to trade? How do you want to trade? You are young people. You are living in a country where every facility is available to you. You could spend your weekends doing the stuff that your friends from school, from your workplace are doing. But you will see those people when they go out on a Friday night, on a Saturday night, they say they're having a very good time. Yet the next morning, when you ask them or when you see them, they're all feeling ill, they have hangovers, they have headaches. Yet they say we had a very good time. Yet who has a better time? The person that comes to these majalis or them? Because the reward is there with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is amazing. At the door of Imam Hussain, it is truly amazing. I heard this myself from an alim, that he said when he was young, he was studying in Najaf al-Ashura. He said where he used to live was on the outskirts of Najaf, because he was not very rich and he couldn't afford to live near the town center. He used to live on the outskirts, in a little village outside Najaf. And he used to say that one of my neighbors, he was a Nasibi. In our terms today, he was a Wahhabi. And when he got to know me, he said, what are you doing here? He said, I've come to study here in Najaf. And he said, why Najaf? He said, because here is the shrine of Amir al-Mu'mineen, the Bab of Ilm al-Nabi. He's the gate of the knowledge to the city of Ilm, of the Holy Prophet. So here we have come, there is a Hawza here. This Nasibi neighbor used to, really upset this guy. Every morning he wanted to go to Najaf, he would come in his position, in his way, he would swear at him a few times saying, you are kafir, you are Shia, haram, haram, this. Every day he did this. Until one day, this alim, when he was a young student, he got very upset with him. He said, I swear today, when I go to the haram of Amir al-Mu'mineen, I am going to complain about you to Amir al-Mu'mineen. This Nasibi started laughing. He said, who is Ali? You think I am scared? What is he going to do? He is dead. What is he going to do to me? He said, okay, I am going to complain. You will see what my Mawla does to you. So this alim, he came to the shrine of Amir al-Mu'mineen, and inshallah, for the sake of the son of Amir al-Mu'mineen, may Allah grant all of us the tawfiq that we can go many times to the ziyarat of Amir al-Mu'mineen and his children, inshallah. So he came to the shrine of Amir al-Mu'mineen, he did his prayers, and he held the shrine and he said to Amir al-Mu'mineen, listen Mawla, I am here, I'm a student, I'm striving in your way. I have this neighbor, he upsets me all the time. I've tried talking to him, but he really upsets me. Do something to him, please. He comes home that night. Again, he sees a Nasibi on the way back home. The guy says a few things to him. And he said, well, I complain. He said, well, I'm waiting. See what Ali does to me. So the alim comes home that night. He sees Amir al-Mu'mineen in his dream. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, I heard what you said today in the shrine. Your complaint is with me. But I am not going to do anything to this guy. He said, my Mawla, why? He is a Nasibi. He is your enemy. He's done all these things to me. He said, yes, I know what he has done to you. But this man has a right on Ali. He has done something that I have to repay him for. Mawla, he's a Nasibi. What are you talking about? He said, this man, one day, he was walking past the Furat, the river Euphrates. He looked at this river, and in his heart he said to himself, what would have happened if they gave a little bit of this water to Hussein before they killed him?